Yeah, what's going on everyone? Now we'll try to make a video about Cynthia G, the reason why I like her. Some people been leaving me a comment saying that she is a racist, but like, why do I like her? Well, she's certainly pro-black, she doesn't care about white people. And I'm not really black, but see, there are multiple reasons why I like her channel. Now, that's gonna be another long complicated video, but I'm gonna try to explain to you the best possible way, like why do I watch her videos and why am I interested in it. Well, for once, I'm actually dating black woman, as you all know. Yep. Black woman, she's 34 to 35 years old, the same height as me. As you already know, even that much. And she's African. And you see this guy, like, I was always into rap and black people and everything, so like, I just might think, you know, like, I don't know why black people always interested me. I don't know. Even as a kid, you know, like in Russia, you know, we think that black people is being hardworking and stuff. And even my mom called me N-word. I know it sounds funny to you guys, but she was telling me that негритенок, because I was hardworking as a kid. Which, you know, негритенок or негр, you know what does it mean pretty much. It's just a Russian variation of the word, you know. Which I cannot say in America. In Russia, of course, you can. This is how we call black people in Russia anyway. So, it's different country, different customs, I know. I'm telling you that, guys, you can't relate to. Maybe it sounds weird to you, but you know, it's Russia, it's not America, okay? And I'm American citizen, but I'm not American born, so. Don't think of me as, you know, don't put the same standards on me as you put on other American born people. I know it's a difficult thing for you to do, but please try not to, okay? Anyway, let me continue. So I'm always into the black people and stuff, so that's why, like, now I'm listening to it and that makes me interested, and I'm really interested what she has to say. Which goes to the reason number 2. I know you're gonna be mad, but I actually agree with a lot of things she says in the video. Like, she's talking about how, like, white people are evil and stuff, and how they're like get everything by the means of like pillage, conquest, rape and things like that. And this is what they consider being superior. Well, I'm gonna say this. I actually kind of agree with that statement, and the fact that I'm like, even though I'm white, but I'm a Jew, and you know, Jewish people are persecuted by whites, if you know from history. When they were in Western Europe, they had like the worst time over there. Hitler was Western European, and look who all these white supremacist people who kill all the black people praise for. Adolf Hitler, you know, the same guy who killed 6 million Jews. And look, all the white people, who are the bad guys? Jews and blacks, all the time. If you're Jewish or if you're black, you're always a bad guy. That's just how it is. And what she says, you know, she makes a lot of good points. Like, if you're actually gonna listen to what she has to say, she makes a lot of good points. Her English is great. She's good when it comes to like English punctuation and stuff. She seems like she's a very intelligent woman. She's good looking woman too. I actually think that she's good looking. I just like watching her videos, even though people say, oh, she's racist, but like, I mean, I cannot knock her for her views, really. And you know, she said that she has a good job, and she talks whenever the hell she wants to say. She says whatever she thinks. She's still keeping her job in spite of the fact that a lot of people consider her racist. And the reason number 3, okay, I'm gonna talk about it, why I also like your videos, is because, you know, this videos helps me grow in some way. Let me reiterate on that. I'm gonna explain to you why I say that. Because, like, a lot of times I always had problem with people, with the society, and she just basically helps me understand the world a little better. Like, when I look at things from her perspective and I have my perspective, that's like kind of broadens the way I view the world. You know, she actually helps me to understand the race relationships in America better than I understood it before. Of course I don't like it, I'm not gonna lie. I know it sounds weird that the white man, you know, actually cares about black people. I know it's very fucking weird, but that's just how I feel. I guess I'm the second decent man, like whom the other guy who's commenting, who's black, he doesn't know. But you know, when she talks about like white people pathology and the fact that people's not gonna change and everything gonna stay the same no matter what, that people's psychology is not gonna change, then she said things like that. It's like, oh my god, this explains me so much about people and things in life. And that makes me think like, okay, if all these motherfuckers out there who watch my videos and they cannot understand me and they leave their stupid ignorant comments because of the fact that they cannot understand me, you know, it is what it is, you know. I should just say fuck it. You know, people leave stupid ignorant comment, they don't understand me, I don't give a shit. They're not trying to understand me because of my Russian way of thinking process, you know. If I would be making this video in Russian language and then it being translated into English, that probably would be better, you know, in some ways. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, I guess I just think the Russian way, and that's why, like, people just getting lost. But there is nothing I can do about it, you know. Even at the job at FedEx, the way I interact with people, I say one thing and people assume something different. People don't have time and patience to really understand what I'm saying. And sometimes the way I talk and things like that, that's like, makes people like, you know. And people don't have time and, you know, they don't take time to really understand me. So a lot of times they just misunderstood. And then I was watching videos of Cynthia G. She was actually talking about how, like, even in America, like white Americans and black Americans, they don't even fucking understand each other. So look at me, I'm a fucking foreigner from Russia coming to America. And even though some white Americans say, oh Emil, you've been here for 10 years and you cannot understand that, shame on you, you're a fucking idiot. You've been here enough time to understand this society. Well, let me tell you something. Black people been here in America for over 200 years. And we still are talking about cultural differences between like white Americans and black Americans. And I'm a fucking foreigner. And even though I lived here for fucking 10.5 years, you know, look at this like at this point, okay? 10.5 years versus 230 years. I've been here like 23 times less than African American people did. And all these African American people, they to this day have a difference between whites and they're talking about different culture. And they've been here in America for over 200 years. So, these people cannot fully adapt to the culture. So why the fuck are you expecting me to do it in 10 years? People been here for generations, they cannot do it. And you expecting me being here for fucking decade and to do it? You're fucking idiots. Because you don't really understand the struggle, okay? You don't understand the struggle. And I do. Even though I'm not black, but I understand the struggle. I just have different struggle from black people, but I do have a struggle in this fucking country, for real, for real. And the thing Cynthia G says, like, I agree with her, like, she's so smart, like, I really do agree with her, she makes a lot of sense to me, she really does. That's why I love to watching her fucking videos, because, like, she makes me think that, you know, after watching her videos, I'm thinking, like, okay, I am who I am, I have to be confident in myself, no matter who I am, and she makes me to understand, well, they're just different people. They're not gonna ever be able to understand you. And that's okay. You shouldn't feel bad about it. You know, like, that's the reason, like, for me to watch her videos, not because she's black and I'm white, I don't care. Like, she's a smart woman and she basically teaches me a lesson, and, you know, things, when I'm thinking about things which I went through in my life, I'm looking at her and using as a reference, I'm saying to myself, like, yep, she has a lot of valid points. And, you know, it sucks that, you know, because I'm white, she probably don't want to talk to me, even though I would like to talk to her, but, you know, it's not only about white or black, and black, really. And one of the things that she's really missing out, because she has this rigid thinking, you know, about white people. And, you know, let me tell you something. Really, when you talk about white people, you're talking about West Europeans. First of all, West Europeans did bad things to other white people too, and some white people actually telling her that she doesn't listen. But that's the truth, you know. White people experience racism as much as black people did. And sometimes black people can be assholes too. And they can be pretty nasty too, so don't say just white people's thing. Like that's a little bit flawed, like, there are some things I don't agree with her, but at the same time, there are a lot of things I learned from her, so even though I don't agree with her on everything, and I think that she is pretty close-minded person, and she is not willing to understand certain things, but for me, for my personal development, I feel like it's still helpful to look at her, to see her point of view. I think she is right about things, because yes, white people, a lot of them kind of do have this psychology, this civil psychology of, like, you know, like, it's true, like, West European people, they're not the most understanding people, and I, going through it myself, they're really not. A lot of people, they just like, or, you can't get our ways, like, fuck you. So they're pretty much like, on one hand, they're thinking like, oh, okay, we're strong, we're big, let's conquer, kill, conquest, and when they do it, after that, they're thinking, oh, everybody's like us, we're gonna build multicultural society, we're gonna enslave these people, and then people have different mentality, they rebel and they say, okay, we're gonna give a little piece to these people, and then people still not happy, they wanna separate, they're saying, fuck this shit, I'm not dealing with this, I'm not dealing with that, and this is what's going on, you know. That's why right now, in America, where we have multiculturalism and cultural diversity, people just like very reserved, they need personal space, people have hard time, I think, really relating to each other, and people just like to stay away from each other. And like in one video says, like, diversity creates hostile work environment. Yes, it does, it sure does. I faced it myself. I had like a lot of times when I wanted to beat the crap of some people, but I couldn't because I don't want to go to fucking jail. And I know some people felt the same way about me too. I didn't like working with people who are different from me. I had a lot of like times when like I had a difficulty and I was feeling like I was going through some hostile work environment myself. And I feel a lot of times lonely and isolated, and I'm tired of people who just cannot understand me, and sometimes people are trying to reach out but it's still not easy. Even if people like you but they just have different upbringing, different personalities, even if let's say you're a good person and they're good people, it's still hard for you, you know, to be friends with these people just because they're different, plain and simple. Cultural differences are not very easily breached, you know. And people still like to be with people who are like them. Me dating African woman, sometimes it's a lot of pain, you know. I like her, but it's difficult sometimes. It's not easy to date somebody from different culture. Trust me, I know, I'm doing it right now. And I've been doing it before with my first girlfriend, who was white American woman, and we couldn't date for more than 4 months. And then I had one Russian man who telling me, oh Emil, you're a hero. I couldn't even date American woman for fucking 4 days, which making me feel good. I was able to date American woman for the whole 4 months when I was 22 years old, not just fucking 4 days. Even though we did not have sex because she was no sex before marriage bullshit type of woman. But we kissed couple times and you know, we were going and hanging out, so. But anyway guys, I think this video drags too long. So, that's a whole different subject, but yeah. Cynthia G, keep doing what you're doing, your videos are fucking awesome. I don't agree with you, but hopefully you're gonna change your mind, and hopefully one day we're gonna be on hangouts together talking about things. And you're gonna talk to me, even though I'm fucking white, and I know you don't like white people, but I'm a Jew. I'm not just a white man, I'm a Jewish man, so hopefully that makes you feel better about me. And you're not gonna put me in the same category as this Western European people, because I'm not like them, okay? So, Cynthia G, all the best to you, and all the best to all my viewers out here. I hope you enjoyed the show. All the best to you guys. Peace out. Later.